Collective. This is your girl, Empress of Love. This is part 3 to be continued. Okay. So where was I? Okay. When I came back from the dentist one day, right? Tiny was ready to whoop shit out of Antoine because was dogging, talking real bad to Ebony. Okay. So I ended up checking his ass, getting him right. Okay, I made that all right. Cause y'all really and truly, I was just happy to see my grandbaby, right? So not knowing, they was gonna bring, I'm not thinking, it don't take long. Once you get your Section 8, her appointment, and then they give you your voucher, you automatically can find a place. You can find a place anywhere. And like I told Ebony, I said, uh, uh, you can move in these apartments for now. These apartments for now, and just to get in, and then after you've been there a year, find you something better, just so you can get home. You here, so you don't have to be going from pillar to pole. She gonna Now let me tell y'all what she told Antoine to get him to come to Texas. She told Antoine that her grandpa died and left her a motherfucking inheritance. This is what she told his boy. This boy didn't know that she had got a Section 8 and she was coming. That's what she was coming for. Cause he wasn't coming. Cause he said, Emmy, you don't got nowhere for us to go. Yes, when I get there, I'm gonna get my inheritance. No wonder he was in there taming her motherfucking ass, going off on her bitch ass. Real talk. You brought that nigga out his comfort zone. You wanted somebody that didn't want your ass. And then me and Antoine ended up talking on the phone. Antoine talked so bad about Ebony, the things that Ebony said, man. But I still brought this bitch back. But everybody gonna know the story. I ain't got nothing to hide. And everybody gonna stop making me look like I'm somebody. I did something wrong. The truth will be told, and I'm gonna make it show. So anyway, check this out, y'all. That Monday morning we get up early, right? I'm up with them. Cause I'm finna go find them a motherfucking Section 8 place. I know Austin. I know where all the Section 8 places is, the apartments and everything. You can get in like Flynn with that motherfucking voucher. I know. So as we going, we driving. Ebony drive. Ebony was drive. She was the driver. He don't drive. Ain't that something? It makes no sense to me. That way they said. Anyway, so we riding, right, y'all. Let me tell you something. I've always been an investigator. Here, let me tell y'all what I did. So as we was riding, looking for a place, I said, Ebony, I know some apartments. That's when they had put them new apartments over there on 969 at the Meadows, whatever, Huntington Meadows, whatever the fuck they is. uh they big, you can get in. They was freshly open. A lot of New Orleans people was being placed over there due to the car accidents and stuff, and I mean to the storm, I'm sorry, to Katrina, so that's where a lot of New Orleans people was moving. They had just built them. So as we was riding, this son of a bitch gonna say Antoine Palmer, that is, out of Jackson, Mississippi, got a sister named D, a hoe from the Himalayas. That's MHMR, but she find in the motherfucker sexy and cute when she dress herself up. But when she open her mouth, she retarded than a motherfucker. Slow than a peacock. Real motherfucking top. Anyway, let me keep on because I'm through playing with her. So anyway, he said, I can't live in no apartment. I said, what? I was in the back seat with the kid. You know, I was happy to be around my grandson, Damian. I ain't lying. That was my baby. So I said, what you mean you can't live in no apartment? This ain't for you, this for her. And he said, I got felonies. I said, boy, you ain't even gonna be on the lease. What is you talking about? You hear me? So what are you talking? You're not gonna be on the lease. So he said, I got felonies and I'm not supposed to be in apartments around, kids in apartments. I don't, then automatically my antenna went up. You hear me? So while I'm in the back seat, that's why it hurt my heart to know that Cheryl, my when did me the way she did me, because that was my motherfucking ace coon boom, man. When Cheryl gonna get on it if I call her. So anyway, while I'm in the back seat, I text Cheryl. I say, Cheryl, I ain't lying. I say, we going to look for Ebony a place, and this nigga talking about he can't live in an apartment. I say, Cheryl, go on the sex offender list and see if you can find Antoine Palmer. Hear me? Oh, we man. So Cheryl go up on there and do. That bitch sent me the motherfucking picture of that nigga, of his mug shot. But wait a minute, we can be dramatic together. I got some good memories with Cheryl. I'ma cherish them, good ones. I'ma cherish all the good. I'ma keep with me. Those are good memories. So confirmation, I felt that. So Cheryl say, Tana, I called her. We end up, but I always had an earpiece. I always kept an earpiece, and she was talking to me, but I wasn't saying that. And she was on the other end. She talking about, ooh, Tana. She used to do that when she was a little girl. Tana, I'ma tell Tana, Tana. It was always, ooh, Tana, like that. It was just the way she said it. I can remember, I can close my eyes and see her as a little girl. And so anyway, while I'm on the phone and she on the computer pulling this nigga up. That motherfucker said, ooh wee, oh not Mr. Antoine Palmer. That bitch sent me mug shots. She said not, but she was talking to me on my earpiece. They didn't know. She said, not Mr. Sex Offender, not one time, not two times, but three times. And she sent me the mug shot. Baby, you should have seen me in that back seat, right? It took everything in me not to do no fool. But y'all, guess what? I didn't. I didn't. When they said that, I said, well, we ended up going back home. By the time we make it back home, the people from LaGrange, sex offender unit, whatever they did, came out there. So Tiny was there. See, Tiny is a sex offender, but Tiny don't have to put no sign in the yard that said she's a sex offender, because she ain't that kind of sex offender. I don't know what the difference is. A sex offender is a sex offender to me. You fuck a child, you're nasty. You're sorry. Anyway, so Tiny get home and Tiny going off. We ain't even at the car. That black motherfucker, little black Sambo, going off. I used to call Tiny Cindy Lauper because she like that old Cindy Lauper shit, and she dressed like a hell. So she was going off. And I said, A sex offender. You messing with somebody that's a sex offender. Y'all know what that bitch said. I start to knock that whole clean off that motherfucking porch. If Tiny wouldn't have stepped in the middle of me, man, I finna drop Ebony clean on her motherfucking ass, man. I wasn't gonna even treat her like she was my child. I was gonna treat her like a bitch off the street. You put yourself in that kind of shit. And then that bitch gonna say, Mama, you been to jail before? Bitch, I've been to jail 900,000 times. But not for fucking a kid, bitch. Or fucking with one or fucking one up. Ain't my cup of tea, baby. I love kids, bitch. And you gonna come up in here and get a sex offender motherfucker? Oh, we might. Oh, we might. Y'all had to go. I told Ebony, I said, he got to get the fuck out of here. He got to go. She said, I said, you can stay with your kids because you got your place coming up. I say you get to get yourself together. You don't I brought him down here and I got to be around him at all times. Not knowing he can't be unattended without a supervision with him, even with his own motherfucking kids. Come now, where it makes sense at. How the fuck you gonna let a nigga man, motherfucker live in Jackson, Mississippi. Motherfucker, you don't know that nigga from a can of paint. So she ended up leaving there. Then she ended up going to my auntie house. Asked my auntie. My auntie said, hell no. Went the fuck out. But then she went to her little ugly cousin, Angie. Ugly ass. She went to Angie. Angie let her stay. Angie, and I guess, because of the way he treated her, nobody wasn't going to put up. See, one thing about, I don't care what we are. One thing about us, you ain't fit to manhandle our people in front of us, and we ain't gonna say nothing. Boy, we gonna kick your bitch ass. Antoine hurry up and got up out of there because me and Tiny was about to yin yang on that motherfucker head. Yeah, Ebony was scared too. And Ebony gonna say, you been to jail too? Mama, you been to jail before people change their lives. I said, bitch, I been to jail 900,000 times. But I ain't been for raping nobody. People change their life. You not know better. She was talking shit, but she was bagging up. Yeah, okay, you going on. And you get the fuck up out of here. And I told her, I said, Ebony, you can stay. You get your kids, you stay here. You got your own place, Ebony. I got it for you, man. You got your own place. Your voucher is over $900. You gonna get you a 2-bedroom for you and your boys. And that bitch said, I brought him down here. I got to go. And you know what, y'all? That bitch ended up going to Dallas with that nigga. And then that nigga met another bitch in Dallas. They was in some house. And then they ended up, he talking about Ebony said he was working in Dallas. He sent Ebony fool ass back to Jackson, Mississippi with his mama. And he stayed up there with another girl, came down on weekends and took him to the store and bought him food stamps and took him shopping. All of this shit while she up in a back room, stuck in a room with his kids, taking care of his kids, to the mama, and then all of that. But this the cold part of y'all. Yeah. And then she kept me talking about she wanted to come home. Right? We bring her home. We get her here. I go get her. I go get her the second time with my nigga that she came in my house and fucked. Okay? I go get her. And then when we pick her up at the bus station, she leaves, but her and D, the sister, his sister that was mistreating her, talking crazy to her, she gonna bring this bitch and her daughter. Come on, make it make sense. Okay? So I ended up, I went out. So when they came, y'all, I was working at a hotel. I got both of them on at the hotel. I said, y'all ain't gonna be standing up in here. Y'all going to work. you know. But Demetra got a check, so she couldn't work it. So it was me and Ebony. It was all three of us though. But after how you do the background and stuff, and they told her, she worked those 2 days and that would be it. But anyway, I ended up getting into it with Demetra. I told Demetra and Ebony go sleep outside. I ain't lying. Leave the kids in here and get the fuck out, bitch. You getting out of here tomorrow. But that wasn't my house. That was Tiny house. So they were working on Tiny. Tiny, they slept in there on that floor too where Tiny was. I wasn't playing with them. So I told her they had to get out. And I told Ebony, but y'all, each time I told D, you gonna have to get out because see, I ain't your mama. You'll get beat up in here. You will get your motherfucking ass beat up, bitch. And I meant that. So the next day we get out of work. She going to a shelter. She find one in Colleen, her sister-in-law. So I told Ebony, you don't got to go nowhere. You go with us. You gonna be all right. I had Ebony a job. Ebony had a job. I said, let her go on where she need to be. You shouldn't have brought her anywhere. It's time for you to get on your feet and get your kids together. Guess what this bitch did? I don't want to leave her by herself. I brought her down here. I'm going to the shelter. They went to the shelter, right? Get what happened? Ebony went and got some dro somewhere. The dro was so loud in the shelter. The shelter was they put her up. The kids was happy. You don't gotta work, They feed you. The kids go to school. You go do your day. And they put you in your house and everything. It was gravy. It was gravy, okay? Get what? Ebony got kicked out. Ebony got kicked out the shelter. Oh, yeah. Because they found some dro in the shelter. It was so goddamn loud. They got kicked out the shelter. Okay. This is how she ended up in Colleen. Now, she up on Facebook, on my page, evidently, seeing who my cousins is. Knowing who my cousins is. And somehow she gonna hit Danielle up on Facebook. I ain't never met Danielle from a can of paint. I ain't never seen Danielle, but just y'all see where I'm going with this? But Danielle, I love me some Danielle, and I thought Danielle loved me too. I thought she did. Yeah. So Danielle let her come, but yeah, Danielle gonna let her come because that's my child. Okay, be good to her and everything. She started doing shit to Danielle. So Danielle started straight dogging her ass, and I was hearing about it, y'all. So one day I made an offer to Ebony. I said, let me keep your kid, right? And you get yourself together. I don't want to take your kid. Y'all, I had got the kids, was finna move and everything, and all of this and all of that. She gonna go and say she get the kids back because she was going to another shelter. But the reason why she came and took those kids is because my grandson told me some stuff. My grandson was telling me everything. I didn't ask no questions, y'all. That's how comfortable that baby was. He called me Nana, Nana. I said, what? Nana. Y'all, this is exactly what he said. We were laying in the bed, right, and watching cartoon. I was keeping her. I had him, Elijah, and Damien. Elijah was just happy. Elijah was still peeing in the bed and everything. Damien didn't even know his motherfucking birthday. He couldn't remember it. All kind of shit. Them kids was traumatizing. They probably is right now to right while I'm speaking on this video. So anyway, Danielle happened to call me and tell me some shit about, girl, your grandson was in the tub sucking his other grandson thing. I said, what? I wasn't understanding this, y'all. You understand? This is serious. Now this is where it becomes serious. You hear me? And I said, well, what Ebony say? She just sitting up there looking. I say, he seen somebody do that. He seen somebody do that. So Danielle said, uh, Elijah, Damian, where you learned that from? He said, Antoine, right? So I'm crying now. I'm about to rip the floor up out that little house I live in, cause I ain't understanding this, and I don't want no bitch to come tell me this about my grandson. This is a serious matter, bitch. You know, this ain't nothing to go broadcast to the world, ho. But since y'all want to broadcast it, here it is. I'm putting it out here, cause bitch, I'm tired of playing with you and all the rest of you, some bitches. I'm not playing no more. So anyway, I told him, I said, let me get my grandkids and let me keep them, you know. So I got them, right? Got everything, got the paperwork, everything. Instead of Danielle being a real bitch about it, you know, you could talk her into anything, talk her into giving me my grandkids. But now, Danielle, you didn't want to do that confirmation. Because what you wanted that the food stamp and tanning, or you wanted her to babysit, have her ass out there stealing. She was your yes bitch, your yes girl. Do this, do that, go here, do this, go up there, give me that. Yeah, like that there. Bitch, Danielle, Consuela, hoe. So anyway, I get them. They come home with me. And I'm mad at them motherfucker too, you hear me? But I ain't gonna show it. So we were laying in the bed and my baby say, now no. I say, what? You gonna get Antoine? I said, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. My exact words, I ain't lying. They might take this video out. I don't care. And he say, I say, Antoine did that to you? He said, yeah, ma'am. He have he got like a speech problem, you know. He supposed to be in certain classes and all of this for him, you know. So, and then my other grandson was at the bottom of the bed, at the foot of the bed, because I had the cartoons on. But Damian was at the top of the bed with me, and Elijah was at the bottom at the foot of the bed, talking about and Nana, him be always whooping us hard. He whoop us hard. Oh, I was getting madder and madder, right? So I say, well, Damian, did Antoine do that to you? He said, man, yeah, ma'am, he made me do it to him and me and Scooter. Scooter was his little boy, right? So the next day I'm fuming, right? Oh, man. I'm fuming, man. I'm fuming like a motherfucker. Hear me? So I calls every time he lying, he don't know what he talking about. So Damian had told me, he said, I said, well, did you tell your mama? He said, yeah, ma'am. I said, well, what did your mama say? Her say, bitch, you been fondling my son, bitch. Now, a 4-year, how old was he at the time when he told me this? 5, 6? Don't know no word about no motherfucking Fondo, okay? He was retelling me what he heard. That baby wasn't lying. Ebony said it was lying. And so okay, they came and got him. I'm calling Danielle. I'm like, what y'all doing? What y'all gonna do? They act like that shit wasn't nothing. I called CPS. I called CPS. Yes, I did. Hey, that's what I was supposed to do. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Get what CPS did, y'all? Because Danielle got hooked up. Because Danielle got foster kids, right? You could have got them, Danielle, and kept them. You know? And then gave them to me like you do everybody else kids through they get their kids took away. Yeah, that's what you do. And then when they get their kids took away, you let them see their kids, but then you make them pay for their kids, but the state already paying you. Danielle, I'm putting you on blast, bitch. Anyway, check it out. Consuela. Yeah. So anyway, they act like it wasn't nothing. So guess what? I opened up a CPS charge, right? How about the CPS? They send me a letter telling me they didn't find nothing wrong with the case with Antoine. Bullshit, bitch. Y'all didn't investigate it. Y'all didn't investigate it. My son out there being molested by Ebony nigga, and y'all let it happen. Cause y'all know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Well, guess what? I know somebody too. I'm exposing that ass right now up on this motherfucker. And then that's what she going around saying. That's the reason. She not saying I call CPS because of what Damian was done. She not saying that. That's why I called him. Because my grandson was being fucked and harmed. And she was letting it happen because she a weak bitch. Anything for a nigga. Ebony was so motherfucking weak. Ebony used to bring that, let niggas stay with her as she was fucking, and they bring other hoes in there. Come on, man. And you out here scandalizing me, trying to make me look like I'm beneath you when I'm on top of your head, bitch. I'll always be on top of your head, bitch. I'll be on top of your head when I was smoking crack, bitch. Cause I ain't weak. And when I hustle hard, bitch. When it's in you, it's in you, bitch. And then for this old po ass hoe daughter mine, Tenarra, you ain't exempt your po hoe. You next. I'm coming up on here next to expose your motherfucking ass and what happened between me and you. So the motherfucking truth be known. Cause see, you told your side to a random people. I'm telling mine to the whole motherfucking world. Because see, I ain't gotta lie. I speak the truth. One thing about me, when you make me mad and you keep on jugging for me, keep on coming for me, and I keep on sitting back not saying nothing, and I just keep on letting this shit slide, and then sometimes you hear the wrong thing and boom, you bust the motherfucking bubble, and you have stepped on the wrong Sagittarius. Now I'm out here exposing everybody. This is part 3. Boom. There it go.